We're here today to talk about the Handler Redwing lathes. In particular, we want to talk about the Redwing lathe with the factory installed chuck changer. This is a model number 16B. It's a Redwing lathe, quarter horsepower, 2-speed, polishing lathe with a number 16 chuck changer factory installed. It also comes, this is what we call a low base. It also comes in a higher base model. And the difference is the low base is 4.5 inches from the work surface. The higher base is 6 inches, which allows you to use larger accessories. The Redwing lathe has been built in the United States for over 100 years. It's used in many applications in dentistry, in jewelry, in industry, in hobby craft, and even unique applications like polishing and scuffing up footballs for NFL athletes. It's really a simple device to use if you use it properly. When you get it, you take it out of the box, you inspect it, make sure everything's okay. You simply plug the power cord into a 115 volt outlet. Make sure you're in a stable location where there's plenty of room and no clutter. The way the unit operates, first and foremost, is when you operate it, you turn it on to low speed first. And then if you want to go to high speed, you quickly go to high speed. The unit comes with a variety of tools that allows you to change applications on the fly, and that's the beauty of the chuck changer. The chuck changer can hold two sizes of tools. It can hold a 3/32, which is a small one, and it can hold a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to demonstrate how you change burrs right now. You pull the handle down to the 630 position, and as you can see, this is stopped, but the motor is still running. Now I release the smaller tool, insert the large one, and let the handle go back up into its normal 930 position, and now the unit is continuing to run. So we're here talking about the Handler model 16B Redwing lathe with the factory installed chuck changer, and we want to talk about maintenance. First and foremost, when you get a brand new Redwing lathe, sometimes they tend to run a little hot. They're rated to run up to 55 degrees Celsius, but they tend to run a little hot and maybe even create a little bit of odor. These motors run hot until the bearings break in, and the odor is just the varnish on the windings and excess grease maybe inside the motor. It takes about 90 days for a Redwing lathe to break in, so if it's running a little hot or you smell a little odor, it is not unusual. Let the motor break in, the motor will run less hot, and the odor will go away. We've talked about the motor running hot, but one of the things we want to focus on is the tools that you're using and how you use it. Each Redwing lathe with the chuck changer comes with this warning sign that says, do not run the motor without a tool in the collet. In fact, do not even let the motor sit at rest without a tool in the collet. The collets are made of hardened steel, and if there's no tool inside, the collets will want to close. And if the collets close and you turn the motor on, or the motor is running, it will clamp down on the shaft of the motor, creating undue pressure, and eventually will cause the motor to fail or wear out before it's time. Okay, very important. And I'm going to show you how to remove the collets to clean them. Because during normal use, dirt and debris will build up inside these collets and they may not grab the burr. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the handle down to release the tool, and then each motor comes with a collet wrench, and we're just simply going to insert that into the jaws and turn it to loosen the collet, and then we're going to unscrew the collet all the way until it comes out. And you're going to see a smaller collet and a larger collet for the two size burrs. You can see the gaps inside the metal. These can be put into an ultrasonic bath and cleaned and dried immediately to get all the debris and dust out of there. You can take a compressed air line and blow out the inside. Once cleaned, reinsert your collet, put a little dab of white grease on the threads, and screw it back in. Then take your collet wrench, insert it into the groove, and turn it just until it gets tight. Do not overturn it, do not force it, just until it gets tight. Insert your tool and you're done. Over time, as you're using the device continually, you may notice this red handle in the resting position start to creep up and eventually get up to the 12 o'clock position. What that generally means is that there's a clutch inside with a clutch pad, and that clutch pad wears out, just like the brake pad of a car. So this clutch is mounted inside on the shaft of the motor. And when you're operating the machine and you pull the handle down to release the burr, the chuck changer itself is moving away from the clutch and disengaging. When you lift the handle up, the clutch plate is engaging the pad and rotating. So over time, this pad begins to wear out and this handle creeps up and it simply needs to be replaced, and it's pretty easy to do. So let's say you already have a Redwing lathe and this is the model 26A, and you want to enhance your operation by installing the number 16 chuck changer. It's very easy to do. The first thing you do is unscrew, this is what we call the throw off. You no longer need this anymore, so we take that off. We're going to take this red protective cap off, and what we're going to do is start the motor, and we're just going to file down this rough shaft surface a little bit, just to make it nice and smooth. That's what this sandpaper we provide is for. And now we're going to shut it off. And we're going to install the clutch. We're simply going to slide that over the motor. And we're going to make sure, you see this edge right here, we're going to make sure that edge is about 1/16 of an inch away from the hub. Once we got it about 1/16 inch away from the hub, we're going to tighten it down with this Allen key that we provide. Now that we've installed the clutch, we're going to slide the chuck changer, the whole assembly over, and we're going to pull the handle down to about the 930 position. This set screw is lined up with this nut and the red handle's in the 930 position. I'm going to take this long Allen key and I'm going to tighten this one down. And I'm going to take the fatter Allen key and I'm going to go around the back and I'm going to tighten these set screws down. I got one. There we go. And here's the second. Now these set screws, all three of them, keep the chuck changer from sliding off the hub of the motor, which would not be a good thing. So now your chuck changer is actually in place. It's that simple. I'm going to turn it on and we're going to see it operate. So nice and smooth, no vibration, no loud noise. Let's go to high and let's try and change a collet. Change a burr rather. And it operates perfectly.